Okay. It is good to be back. And I was outside tuning, and that was a futile exercise because I come in here, it's warm, and it just changed everything. But anyway, I'm Steve Yungen, and I wanted to mention just a little bit about what we're doing in Sosa. We are back here at the Pony, at least for the moment. And like I mentioned earlier, the last time we were here was February 28, 2020, and then we shut everything down because of the COVID-19 episode in our lives. Now we're back. But between then and now, we still had a lot of activities. We created Zoom open mics, which continue. We're still doing a second Friday open mic on Zoom, which is really fun because you get to know the people a little bit more intimately. We get to talk about songs in greater detail. And if you haven't been a part of that, I invite you to do that. Kenny usually sends out an announcement the previous weekend. Anyway, that's coming up in November. And we had lots of performances this summer at the Jacksonville market every Sunday. And I think everybody that wanted to play got to play because we had all kinds of people playing. It was fun and really successful. We hope to do that again next summer. But all those activities really cut into my songwriting. And there's my excuse. But I did manage to come up with a few. And I feel like I've played them just to death, but some of you haven't heard them, so I'm going to play a couple. I'm going to play one that I play a lot because I like it, and I'm going to play a seasonal song for Anna that missed my seasonal songs last time. Okay. And I almost dropped that pick into my guitar, so I was almost going to have to ask Gene for advice. So this one's called Sunflower. Her name was Sunflower. She was prettier than a rose. You could tell her your secrets. She would never disclose. She always looked like she was the happiest plant around. Every day she followed the sun as she stood high above the ground. And she was no wilting flower. She would never back down. Moving from the east to the west, from sunrise to sundown. Everybody loves Sunflower. She had beauty and grace, but the birds tore at her leaves and pecked the eyes from her face. Now when you see Sunflower, her head is hanging low. Her season is ended and she'll die soon, you know. And she was no wilting flower. She would never back down. Moving from the east to the west, from sunrise to sundown. After a long, dark, cold winter, seeds were planted in the spring. They grew tall and slender and were prettier than anything. They let the bees crawl over them, and the birds perched on their leaves. A new family of sunflowers smiling in the breeze. And they were no wilting flowers, they would never back down. Moving from the east to the west, from sunrise to sundown. And they were no wilting flowers, they would never back down. Moving from the east to the west, from sunrise to sundown. Thank you. So in a few days, it's Halloween. So this is my Halloween song. The Pope came to my door on a dark October night. He was looking for something to make the world right. So I offered him some candy, and as he turned to go, he said, "See you later, friend. I'm a busy Pope, you know." Two penguins waddled over, then somebody painted blue. Helicopter, Superman, and a walking, talking shoe. Soon the ex-president came along with his entourage. He said, "I'm in trouble, but I'm innocent. Can I hide in your garage?" Next thing I knew, there was a princess standing there, surrounded with a dragon and a knight with flaming hair. So I gave them all the candy, then turned out the light. This had been the most unusual Halloween night. Thanks, everybody. Glad to be back.